Hello everybody, this is Alabama Deep and we're back at my workbench. We'll be working on another watch today. This morning, in doing so, I have a few things to do this afternoon. I need to take my wife to get a few errands done and make sure she's taken care of. But she's decided to take a nap and is very tired. And we're going to let her sleep for a little bit while she does so. We're working on a Sekio. Now, I can't really particularly tell you what year it is. So we're going to zoom in, we're going to take a look at it. Maybe you guys can tell me. But this is indeed the watch. And it is in pretty bad, horrible shape. Yikes, look at that. And boy, does it need some work. Does it not? This watch is in desperate need of repair. And so we're going to be doing that. This is a non-runner. We're going to see what we can do with it. And hopefully you all will enjoy the video as we do so. I'm going to go ahead and put my camera over here onto my tripod. There we go. You have an overall view of what I will be doing. So first things first, and we will be doing some close-up shots with this. This watch is in pretty bad shape indeed. It needs a lot of work. So I'm going to go ahead and get in a little bit closer. And you guys will be able to have a little bit of a better idea. And I'm going to adjust this down. And I'm going to go ahead and say, as I have on my other videos, I cannot wait until I get in my other camera with the zoom in lens. It's going to help out so much. And I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit better. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start. I'm standing up a little bit today. My hips are just killing me. So I'm going to let that be at ease. And I want to stand up for a little bit. Let me change this out. We're going to use this today. And this particular watch, I can tell you a little bit about its history. This watch came from the Middle East. Let's try my little ball first. My ball can sometimes... Oh, there we go. It actually worked. Oh. Oh my. Let's go ahead and I'm going to let everybody see exactly what this is doing. Let's come in and let's have a look at the inside of this watch. I do see it is an automatic. Looks like it does have some major issues. Whoa. So we're going to try and we're going to get it to run. We'll see how that does. Now, I'm not familiar with this type of watch at all, but like all automatics, it, to me, seems like it might be easy to work on We shall find out. There we go. So let's have a look-see at this. Let me get my sip of my dew first. Automatically, I know that this is going to have to go into the ultrasonic cleaner. But I have never worked on a Sekio per se. So I'm going to take a little bit of a closer look at it. Whoa, talk about some heavy corrosion. My goodness, this has sand all in it. I joke you not. When I say it's from the Middle East, I truly mean it is from the Middle East. There is sand all up in this watch. We're going to start by removing the stem from this particular piece. We're going to have to. Wow, there's just there's so much sand in it. You may have seen it before I did with the camera. Okay, we got the stem removed. Let's just take a little bit of a better look and see what's going on here. Wow. This is in some pretty terrible shape. But that's okay. We're going to take the movement out. Wowzers. Yeah. I'll go ahead, and if you were not able to see how gross the inside of this watch is, then we should be able to do so right now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move it over so you can see of all the dust. All the dust and sand and everything else inside this Sekio. And that when I said it was from the Middle East, I was not joking one bit. This watch is quite literally from the Middle East. And I think that was overwhelmingly shown with what's inside. Wowzers. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to see if I can't break this whole watch down. Let's see. Oh, wow. That won't even budge, guys. That won't even budge. So I think we're going to have to take this through an ultrasonic clean first before I can try to break everything down. I thought about trying to oil it, but let's not oil it, because if you mix oil and sand together, that becomes almost like a solid, much like cement. And I don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to come on over to the ultrasonic cleaner. And we're going to go ahead And we're going to put it right in there. You know what, I'll leave that off so everyone can see what it does. In the ultrasonic cleaner, we'll immediately start taking all of the sand out of this watch. And we're going to let it do its job. We're going to come back over here and we're going to start looking at this movement some. Much better for me to be able to see. Let's move this out of the way, put this here in its place. And while that is cleaning, we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with this particular movement. Wow, yeah, this is pretty corroded. It's pretty bad. That dial will come off, luckily. We just have to get in and grab it. I should be able to grab this without having to use a bag. Got it. I'm checking this out. Let me see if I can get that dial off. There we go. There we go, I got the dial off. Now I'm wondering if I can go ahead and put this dial in the ultrasonic cleaner. I think I actually can. This is plastic. It doesn't look like it's paint at all. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this in the ultrasonic for the little bit of time that it's there. There we go. It can just sit in there for a couple minutes and then I'll take it out. This movement is in horrible condition. This is going to take a lot to do. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. So we're going to try our best to do what we can with it. Bring this back down into view. While that's cleaning, I know that plastic needs to also be cleaned. Let me see if I can separate it from the rest of the. Ah, there we go. I'm trying to see how this is actually put in here. While I'm here, let's go ahead and take this rotor off. We can take a little bit of a better of a look inside this watch. And oh boy, that is just a mess. So there is no doubt whatsoever outside of my mind that we are going to have to also clean the parts of this watch. So let me go ahead, let me break out my little ball. This will be holding all parts of the watch. Hands, stem, everything else. Rotor. We're going to go ahead and clean the hands. Do a little bit at a time. There we go. Snug as a bug in a rug. And we got several more minutes to go on the ultrasonic before it is ready. It is cleaning. And we can go ahead and move on over to have a look-see. Oh, and you know, that's one of the things I absolutely love about this little ultrasonic cleaner is that it does such a good job. And I have absolutely no doubt that this watch is going to be a million times cleaner than what it was than when I first put it in. Now granted, that's not going to solve all the problems that we have for this particular timepiece, but yeah, you know, it's going to be a lot better than what it was. A lot better. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and prepare for the next batch of water that has to go in there, because without a doubt we're going to have to do that. We're definitely going to have more water. Alright. I have my next batch of water and it's ready to go. And I think I may go ahead and end the cleaning on it abruptly. We shall see. But the Ultrasonic cleaner, it's a very cheap product. You can buy it for $40 off of eBay. I think I paid $30 for mine. It's probably less than that. And it does a very good job for what it's supposed to do. There we go. Let's have a look. That dial looks very good. That dial looks excellent, actually. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the dial out. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that water. It's gross. This is doing a better job. A lot better job. Now, one thing I will do, because I think it's going to need one more run, get up in here and do what I need to do right there. And then hopefully by the time it is done with everything, we will be able to go ahead and continue onward with our restoration. Let's drop the hands and such into here as well. Go ahead and add a little bit more water. There we go. I want to make sure everything is submerged. And let's just go for a little bit while longer. While that is going, we're going to come over here and I'm going to show you that dial and how great it actually looks now. That ultrasonic cleaner does a very good job. A very good job. I'm going to take this and turn it over and leave it right there just for a minute. And we're going to continue with the restoration of this watch as the ultrasonic cleaner does its job. Man, that is extremely dirty. I'm going to take another sip of my dew. without a doubt, I'm probably going to need some watchmaker putty by the time this is over with. I'm going to take this dial and we're going to blot it off. That does look a lot better. Looks a lot better. I want to see how it looks under my optics. I can indeed see some of the damage that was caused by the sand. Yikes. That's okay. We're going to try to do a little cleaning up on that too. But that's definitely enough of the ultrasonic cleaner. We don't want to do too much of the ultrasonic and then end up harming the dial in any way. And the ultrasonic is not for cleaning dials at all. Go ahead and we'll throw this case back in there. And that is going as we speak. And I think while that is going, I'm going to go ahead and pull my seat up. I think it is time that I have a seat. And while I'm over here with you guys and we're waiting on that to be completed, I want to show you something. Now, I am not suggesting this is the best app in the world at all. Far from it. But I would like to show you quickly, while that is washing in the ultrasonic, I want to show you an app that I have. This particular app is called Watch Accuracy Meter. And I'm going to shine that light down so it will not be in your face all too much. I'm going to turn that off while I explain how this works. This watch accuracy meter can tell you exactly how healthy your watch is. You simply have to place it where the microphone is. And in most cases, the microphone is right here. Turn on the machine. And then it will tell you exactly what the watch is running. So let's stop that just for a minute. Let's put my watch on there and I'll be quiet and we'll see if it gives an accurate reading. Now, some of these watches, if it's too quiet, it won't. You normally have to have the movement outside the watch at times. But it will tell you roughly how healthy your watch is. This particular watch, it is very, very quiet. So it is hard for it to tell you exactly what it's running. But there are other watches, and even the movements outside of the watches, you can actually have good readings from. For example, perhaps if I do it from this side, and it's having a hard time with that. it is having a hard time with that. Mainly because it's a very quiet watch. But if you can, at times, get good readings from it. I think perhaps maybe I can use this Rolex movement, and I can show you exactly what the timing on it's going to be. It is running. And yes, even with it, it is having a hard time. I can tell by looking at this, so far from what I've seen from it running it off my phone, is that this movement is in need of a good servicing. And I will have to do more with it. But this particular app is good. And perhaps if I was to buy a microphone, which I'm thinking about doing, then it'll be able to tell me more. But the watch accuracy meter here is not too bad. And it's not the best one in the world, but it's not the worst either. So I wanted to show you that briefly, because I do use it, and it does help out a lot of the time. Alright. I'm going to let that keep going, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to see what we can do with this. Not 100% sure what I can do with it, actually. But I'm going to give it a shot. I do see lots and lots of sand. So I'm going to try blowing a lot of it out. And I'm just curious at all if